Hello, this is part of my video series on basic statistics. This should enhance your application of statistical knowledge or preparation for statistical exam. You might want to pause this video to study the slides for adequate understanding of the concept. So today we'll be looking at confidence interval, and to do this we'll look at an example. So we can have confidence interval for mean, confidence interval for population proportion, confidence interval for standard deviation, or so in this case we are looking at confidence interval for population proportion, and this is useful in situations where we are dealing with qualitative variables. So an example, a telephone survey was conducted to estimate the proportion of people who have obtained a first degree. Out of 400 people surveyed, 65 seems to have a first degree. So the point, we are to find the point estimate of the population proportion, maximum error of estimate with 95% confidence interval, and then we construct the 95% confidence interval. So the first thing to do is to gather the information given in the question. We have the sample size to be 400. We have that 65 out of the 400 our first degree, and then we have been given the confidence level to be 95, which is equivalent to 0.95. And so if our confidence level is 95%, then our level of significance will be 1 minus 0.95, which will give us 0.05. So therefore the critical value for that, which will be equivalent to z alpha over 2, is equal to 1.96 from our standard normal table. To compute a point estimate of the population proportion, we take the 65, which is the number of people with first degree, over the sample size, which is 400. That gives us 0.1625. That is 62.25 out of the 400. Of the 62.25% of the sample, he has a first degree. And so now we can use that to also compute our maximum error of the estimate, which is equivalent to z alpha divided by 2 multiplied by the square root of the estimate into bracket 1 minus the estimate over the sample size. This, when we substitute the values, we get that our standard error is equal to 0.1625 open bracket 1 minus 0.1625 divided by 400. That will give us 0.01845 as our standard error. Then our maximum error estimate can be computed by multiplying the standard error by the critical value, so that our confidence interval, which is the point estimate plus or minus the margin error, is now equal to the lower limit will now give 0.1625 minus 0.0362, which is equivalent to 0.1263. Then the upper limit as well is obtained as 0.1987. Therefore, our confidence interval, or our proportion, is between 0.1263 and 0.1987, or 12.63% and 19.87% is the proportion for the population proportion. So our confidence interval is 0.1263 and 0.1987. By interpretation, we are 95% confident that the true proportion of people who have obtained a first degree lies between 12.63% and 19.87%. And the best estimate for the population proportion of people who would have first degree is 16.62%. I hope this video has been helpful. If it is, like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.